far as Travis Wilson now as compared to the end of spring?
Well, after one practice, it's hard to tell.
How about on the chalkboard?
On the chalkboard, he's awesome. And physically, and what he did this winter in the weight room, or summer in the weight room, I should say, and what the strength coaches tell me, and looking at him right now, physically, he's way better than he was last spring. So he knows the offense. I mean, he's been in it a year now, or a spring, I should say. So it's easier when you come out in fall camp and you know what you're doing at the line of scrimmage, and everybody else around you knows what they're doing. So he's playing with way more confidence right now.
What do you think Travis Wilson did best last season?
Well, I wasn't with him all the time, but I mean, in watching him, I thought he learned real well because he got his butt kicked, and he's a tough guy. And but he hung in there, and he did some really good things. It was a learning period for him, just because of what happened at that particular position, and really he was thrown into it as a true freshman. That's not easy, and I thought he reacted to it good. He's tough. He learned from it, and it'll really help him this fall.
You've got an awful lot of running backs. I mean, a ton of running backs with 3 new guys coming in this summer too. How do you sort through those numbers? And
well, we sorted through a lot of it in the spring, and so we've got 4 running backs that were here in the spring, and Darrell Oliver, who was hurt, now is out, and then we got the 3 freshmen. It's hard, and it's probably a plus. We'll see how the freshmen do, but who knows if any of them are going to play.
Right.
But it's a pretty good situation that you have for there. The other ones have different things that they do real well, and so we'll just kind of see how it, how it sorts out. I thought Carl Williams really emerged last spring, and so. I mean, we've got 4 guys. We just got to see how they do in the fall, and we'll use them in different situations.
You've been the head guy a lot of different places. What are some of the things you like about?
That sounds like an obituary.
What are some of the things you like about how Coach Whitt puts his camp together? I know this is just day 1, but there has to be a plan heading in.
Well, he's very organized, very disciplined. Very team orientated with the team and the coaches. It's all about the team. It's all about us, not about any individuals. And it's going to be a hard camp, a tough camp. Probably not as tough as it's been, but a lot of physical aspects of it. But I like he handles his players and his coaches, and I've always had great respect for him. And now being around him, for the time I've been around him, he's one of the better in the business.
Everybody's talked about tempo today being noticeably different. Is that something that you've helped bring here? Or?
Oh, they've done it before, but yeah, the last place I've been, I mean, that's what it was all about. No huddle. So when they hired me, that was one of the reasons they hired me. And so, I've come in with the idea that we're going to up tempo, that we're going to no huddle, that we're going to spread them out. We're not going to be probably like Oregon that fast, but we're going to do a lot of things at the line of scrimmage, be in a lot of different position groups. We'll be in 2 tight ends, 3 wides, 4 wides, 3 tight ends, 1 tight end. I mean, we're going to have different formations all the time, doing the same thing out of all those formations and doing it fast. So I mean, that's what our offensive philosophy is.
When you got here, were you happy with the size of the offensive line, or did you want it bigger? Did you want it smaller?
I don't know if you can bigger now. That's a big front. I mean, those guys are huge. And they got a lot. They got bigger, but they're in better shape right now than they've been. And I just like how they've improved. I mean, they're so much better than they've been. And I really look forward to, if we can stay healthy, looking forward to see them, because as I said earlier, if we can run the football, you can do a lot of things.
You don't want a bunch of 290-pound guys.
No. I mean, you can get away with 290, 280. I don't want a bunch of 250, 260 guys.
But I mean, your system doesn't require guys to be that thin, though.
No, shoot, no. Not many anymore do. You got to be big to play because the other guys are big,